All right, got some people in here, looks like. Hello, everybody. I'm making myself some coffee here real quick. So I've got something to sip on while we talk. How y'all doing? Got some folks on Locals, some folks on Rumble. So nice to have you here. Growing up, my family would put on a pot of coffee way up into late into the evening, sometimes 10 o'clock at night. I remember my mom putting a pot of coffee on. We just always had a pot of coffee on the stove. And that's the way we do it in Appalachia. And a lot of folks say they can't do that. Let me see if I can fix. I'm awfully close to you, Zal. There we go. Is that better? So I'm not quite so close up into your grill. Well, this is the first time that Rumble live streaming has been working for me in like the past 3 or 4 weeks. I'm glad it's finally working. So the way we do this is the first half of our discussion is open to everybody, including folks on YouTube and Rumble. And then the second half is for supporters on Locals only. And you can join us by going over to thelastsymptom.com, and then you can find the links for everything in there. You can also go to thelastsymptom.locals.com in your browser and join us that way, or download the locals.com app from the App Store and then just search for The Last Symptom by Brian Barnett within. That's me. I'm Brian Barnett. Hello, Ann. Good to see you. Ann on Locals. Cheers, everybody. It's Monday. Got to go back to eating right. I do. You don't have to, but I do. Ann says, I think that was more common in the 70s. Did your folks do that too, Ann? Well, hello, Joy. Hi, Penny. Hi, everybody. So nice to see you all. I got a few things to talk about, but of course, if you guys got your things to talk about, I'm happy to talk about your whatever things are on your mind. We're on live stream number 120. Wow, that means 20 live streams since I went to the new naming system. Remember, we used to just use the date and all that, and now we use a numbering system. And the reason why I did that is to make it easier to reference back to various episodes and stuff like that. My OCD kicking in. I gotta be in the middle. See somebody there on YouTube? Hello, whoever's on YouTube. Hi. Joy says she can't be here for very long. Tail end of her lunch break. Well, it's so nice of you to spend some of your lunch break with us. I appreciate that. How have you been? The weather changing over there out west? Also, I can't see very well. I don't know if that's just my eyes or if that's the screen. That's not much better. It's my other eye today that doesn't want to focus. Ann says she's been too hard to find lately. What have you been into, Ann? What's been going on in your life? What do you think about the Yankees and the Dodgers going to the World Series? Joy's been good. Ann says my dad drank coffee after dinner. And if my parents had guests, they always served coffee at night. Yeah, we did that. ¿De qué vamos a hablar hoy? Kadrian Freeman. Hello, Kadrian. Hoy vamos a hablar de una mezcla de temas. Me gustaría hablar de los diagnósticos, diagnoses. I wanted to tell you what I think every time that I talk to somebody and they give me a list of emotional diagnoses. And of course, Kadrian, we can talk about whatever is on everybody else's minds today too. The video is very pixelated today. That's what I thought. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. A little bit better. And started a new job. Yankees boo. Amen, sister. Amen. I'm going to watch it just so I can be in the loop. Yeah, it's not a very good picture today. That's interesting. Tell you what I might be able to do here. Let's try something. Bear with me. I think I can fix our camera problem by using my phone. All right, let's see if this works. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Hi, Julie. Hi, Laura. There, that's better. So, what I was going to say is that when mi pareja, let me read a message here from Kadrian. Mi pareja está diagnosticada de TEP2, TLP. Hoy justo leí tu artículo de quizás no debería seguir con él si soy una persona sana. Me considero una persona sana, así que qué complicado todo. Well, lo importante, Kadrian, es de no tomar una decisión rápida, sin entender lo que sea mejor para ti, con tus circunstancias. Lo que no quieres hacer es tomar una decisión simplemente porque Brian Barnett dice algo. So Kadrian, she's talking about her partner being diagnosed with several things, and she says she read my article today about how maybe she shouldn't stay in a relationship with him if she's sane. And she says she considers herself a sane person, so the situation's complicated. My advice to her is don't make any decisions. Don't make any quick decisions without understanding exactly what's best for you. And definitely don't make a decision just because Brian Barnett says something. Kadrian, ¿cuánto tiempo llevas conmigo? ¿Hace cuánto tiempo me descubriste? Yeah. Long time ago, when I first started Last Symptom, I was saying it's better to be, for example, single when you're trying to recover from an emotional disorder. And some people heard me say that, and next thing I know, I'm getting these emails and stuff. I just broke up with my boyfriend. I just broke up with my girlfriend. Um, and I said, well, wait a second, wait a second. You have to be convinced that that's the best thing to do, and you have to understand the reasons why it would be the best thing to do. I don't want you to just do something just because I say it. Um, so let me try to explain that to Kadrian. Hace mucho tiempo, cuando comencé con Last Symptom, di el consejo de que una persona intentando recuperar de algún trastorno emocional, que es mejor estar soltero y no estar en alguna relación durante ese proceso. Y lo que pasó es que inmediatamente después todo el mundo estaba eh, dejando las relaciones. Y mi consejo después de eso fue que nadie debería tomar alguna decisión simplemente porque yo digo que es mejor hacer esto o hacer otra cosa. Lo más importante es que cada persona entienda perfectamente bien los principios que están envueltos con tomar esa decisión. Y no hay prisa, ¿verdad? Uno no tiene que tomar decisiones así deprisa. Hay mucho tiempo para pensarlo, llegar a una conclusión y tomar la decisión, la mejor decisión para cada uno. Ann says, I actually need some practical advice as well. Well, let me see what's on your mind, Ann, and I'll do the best I can. Let me see what Kadrian has to say here. Kadrian says that they've been together for a year. She thinks he's improved a lot. Values things more, values life more. Maybe it's because of having me as a sane learning example. Oh, okay. So Kadrian just discovered me a week ago. Kadrian, bienvenida. Es un gusto, es un placer tenerte aquí con nosotros. Yeah, I'm a little rusty, although my daughter is half Honduran and she speaks a lot of Spanish, and so anymore she's about the only person I get to practice on. How's your English, Kadrian? ¿Entiendes un poco de inglés? See what Ann's got to say. Kadrian, lo que hacemos es la mitad de este stream, de este programa, lo hacemos abiertamente a todos en YouTube, Rumble y en nuestro grupo de locos. La segunda parte la cerramos y lo hacemos solamente con los miembros de locos, para que sepas. Y otra cosa, Kadrian, Una señora hace poco hizo traducciones de los, eh, los episodios originales tempranos de Last Symptom en la sección de los comentarios. Así que si quieres ver los episodios originales, como en la primera temporada, si buscas en los comentarios, esa señora hizo una traducción de un resumen de la materia de ese episodio. Joy, nice to have you here. So good to see you again. Okay, Kadrian understands a lot of English. Okay, that's good. I thought so. A lot of my Spanish-speaking friends, they don't speak a lot of English, but they understand a lot of English. Just giving everybody a chance to talk here. What I was going to say is about these diagnoses. I also, at the beginning, there were a lot of diagnoses that I had been given for different things. To give you an example, OCD. De nada, Cadrian. Mucho gusto en tenerte aquí con nosotros. OCD, for example. So they had diagnosed me with several different possible things, including OCD. I even took medicine there for a while for OCD. What happened was, so I thought I had like all these different issues that I was dealing with. And what happened was that when I recovered, once I figured out the root causes of borderline personality disorder, and I started correcting those underlying issues, with time, it didn't happen immediately, but with time, all of these other things that they said that I was dealing with cleared up. The OCD cleared up. The only thing that really did not clear up immediately, or not immediately, I mean, that was not addressed by me addressing the underlying causes of borderline personality disorder. The only thing that really didn't clear up was like the seasonal mood disorder. But even that has gone away. Even that has gone away. If you'll remember back at early episodes of Last Symptom, I talked about this seasonal mood disorder, that the change of seasons affected me a lot. En el principio, Cadrian, el cambio de las temporadas, por ejemplo, de salir de verano y entrar en el otoño, me afectaba mucho el humor y el gozo y todo eso. Siempre sentí tristeza. Pero eso se ha eliminado. Eso se me ha quitado con la recuperación del trastorno de, ¿cómo se llama? El trastorno de la personalidad, borderline personality disorder, yeah. Borderline personality disorder. Se me ha quitado. So, cada diagnóstico que me dieron en el principio se eliminó cuando eliminé mi trastorno de borderline personality disorder. I can't remember what borderline personality disorder is called in Spanish. El trastorno del límite. El trastorno del límite de la personalidad. So, cuando eliminé el trastorno del límite de la personalidad, se eliminaron todos los otros problemas, todos los otros diagnósticos. So when I can't remember what I've said in Spanish and what I've said in English. Basically, when I eliminated borderline personality disorder, with time, all of these other diagnoses resolve themselves. No more OCD, no more seasonal mood disorder. So what does that tell you? Well, what it tells me is that a lot of these professionals are just throwing out every diagnosis they can think of, hoping something will stick. When really, I would say almost all of the time, when a person has multiple diagnoses like that, they're probably dealing with one thing. They're probably dealing with one thing. And if they resolve that one thing, then all of these symptoms will resolve. Gives new meaning to the title of my work, doesn't it? The Last Symptom. So I think it's a great distraction when the professional community tells you have this and you have this other thing, 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 and they're all emotionally related. You're probably only dealing with one thing, not a list of 90 things. Now, muerto el perro, muerta la rabia. That's a pretty good saying. She says they have a saying there. Dead dog, dead rabies. That's a good saying. Dead dog, dead rabies. Yep, I killed the dog. And so all the symptoms that dog had went away with the dog. Very nice, Cadrian. Where are you, Cadrian? ¿Por dónde estás? ¿Por dónde vives? Trying to find out where Cadrian's from. So I can, that sounds, well, I don't want to guess. Let's just see what she says. I don't have enough information to guess. I have a suspicion just based on the nature of that saying. Oh, she's from Spain. I would have guessed wrong. See, I thought that was a Mexican saying. You're from Barcelona. Entonces, hablas así, ¿no? That's how the Spaniards talk. Do I have a funny accent when I speak in Spanish? Hablo un poco raro. Mi acento es un poco raro. Suena un poco raro. This is a nice treat for me. I very rarely get to use my Spanish here on Last Symptom. And I hope you're still here. I was looking forward to seeing what practical advice. Oh, you speak Catalan. I was going to ask. There was a doctor who I'm still friends with who was studying in Philadelphia. And she was from Barcelona. And we became really good friends. She moved back to Barcelona after that. But we stay in touch. We had a little thing, you know, a little summer of love. And now she's married and has her children and everything. So we don't stay in very close contact out of respect for her new family and everything. But she also, her primary language was Catalan. But of course we could only speak in Spanish together. I found it sounded a little different to her. Yeah, she says the Spanish accent is different. Now, when I say that to you guys, you might think, well, aren't you both speaking Spanish? What she means is the Spanish, like from Spain, is different depending on what part of it depends on what part of Spain you're from too. Uh, Kadrian, what do you think about the Argentine accent? Quiero saber cómo te suena el acento argentino. A mí me gusta, me agrada. Yes, you are. She says the Catalans are really pretty women. Yes, they are. My best friend's talking about moving to Spain after he retires from teaching. He's a teacher. Tengo un gran amigo que es maestro. Y su esposa y él tienen planes de jubilarse y mudarse a España. Él no habla nada de español. You folks on locals are awfully quiet. Oh, is that right? I didn't know that. I um, she says that the Argentines aren't very well accepted in Spain or very well received. So I guess my question is, ¿por qué será? Se creen muy. Why are the Argentines not very well received in Spain? Do they think too much of themselves? Is that the idea or anyway? All right. In 2 more minutes, we're going to close her down, and we're gonna go to locals only, supporters only on locals. Cadrian, en 2 minutos más voy a cerrar el stream y continuar nada más en el grupo de locals. Si tú quieres un enlace para buscarnos en locals, puedes encontrar el enlace en mi sitio web, thelastsymptom.com. Y eso es para dar un poco algo especial a los que me apoyan. So in 2 minutes, we're gonna go to locals only, and of course that's to give folks who support me a little bit something special. Catering, que mucho gusto en conocerte. Ha sido un gran placer y espero que en el futuro podamos hablar más. Hope I get to talk to Catering more in the future. We're going to go to locals only, folks. There might be things that folks want to talk to in a more private setting like that, and so let me see how I do that. All right, going to locals, supporters only right now. Everybody else, thanks for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you over there on our group.